What's up, YouTube?
So we have been so excited to be home now from our honeymoon, but we had so much fun at our wedding, and so we just wanted to share some of that fun with you guys. So if we're starting with our parents, we had a very, very busy first 2 to 3 weeks before the wedding.
Technically, it was 3 weeks because Lexi's mom, we love you. She chose to come and spend some time with us together, and
Just her by herself.
yeah. So we were like very busy working. We designed the backdrop together, and we were just doing like a lot of things together, from carpentry, just like booking things. Mom was very helpful, and then she had to go back.
Yeah.
It was
For a week.
Yeah, for Easter though. We
Yeah.
had Easter, and then she came back with grandma and
Aunt Jo.
Aunt Jo. But also on the day of going there, we also found trouble just driving to the airport. So they came and they
we were
went.
late to the airport.
Yeah, they had grace for us. Grandma was so energetic. Aunt Jo was always sitting outside. We have a spot. We're just gonna name it Aunt Jo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But before that.
All right, we gotta circle back a little bit. Tell me.
So that was your first time meeting a lot of my family.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
It was new. It was like we've been always like video calling, so like it was a little bit new to me in the first place, so I was excited, and like every person just has like their energy, and I love meeting, and I love meeting new people. It's just like there's just a whole lot of things, and they find my life like funny. So like whatever I said, they would reply to me. I was like, nah, whatever. But it was good. Grandma was very, very intuitive, and she was supportive. She watched movies every day.
Hallmark Channel.
Yeah, so she enjoyed it, and Mom, for starters, for how we had met before.
Yeah, and Tyler.
Tyler, we had met, and Joe was fun.
Yeah.
She was fun. You could see her all the time outside. Hi, honey, in her voice. And then Aunt Tammy, it was just good meeting you. And then like what else?
Dad and Tanner.
Oh yeah, we had a good time driving back with Aunt Tammy and Tyler in the car. So we just had a lot to talk about. There was high energy in the car. It was good. And then cats. Hello, cat.
Hey, kitty.
Yeah, so meeting Kat for the first time. It's weird because like she came to meet me, but I was excited to meet her. So like in return, like he was like like we were like friends. It just looked like we were friends like forever. Because like as soon as we met, like we knew each other somehow. I don't know, but truthfully we did not know each other. But the energy and the vibe that was just emitted out was like we knew each other forever. So like the whole house was amazing, and then
this house was filled. So that was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
There was about 15 people in here at one point, and it was crazy. It was so much fun though, and yeah, it flew by. Like I couldn't believe that they were leaving when they were leaving, and they had been here for so long, but we were so busy that
like the whole wedding was circled around like family being around. So this whole entire household just turned different, and we had a play day where we had the whole family playing boys against girls, and we played
wiffle ball, which is like American baseball.
Yeah, and then Papa was teaching us how to play. It was amazing.
Oh, we had so much fun.
Yeah, and then we went for what is that place? Yimba. We had to go for our suit fitting with Tana. It was gorgeous. We had a lot to catch up on. It was good. I had stories from him. He was giving me advice. We're just talking about a lot of things. It was amazing. Power to the Omas.
Yeah. So back to Wednesday before the wedding.
Yeah, so you all know how bumpy Ugandan roads are. Everyone hated me driving them, but at the end of the day, they
You
enjoyed
did
it.
good.
So we were just like picking the car, and I'm on the road test. I get this phone call, and it's Munyonyo calling. So I was like,
Which is the wedding venue.
yeah, and then we're like, Cosmos, we're so sorry, the wedding venue has been taken away. The government takes the wedding venue, and we have no say. Man, we freaked out. I couldn't tell Lexi, so we had to drive back home. And man, as soon as I gave her the, she was excited to come back inside the house.
We had some plans. We wanted to take my family that was here at the time
To go
somewhere that
get
evening.
ice cream.
Yeah, so we were excited to come back, but it was so hard because you don't want to stress them with they flew all this way for a wedding and now the venue is canceled, but also you want to like enjoy. So it was like, yeah, it was crazy. It was overwhelming, but we are so thankful. We have some really, really close neighbors that are our friends that we ran to their house and we're like panic
Cheers
mode.
to Jamie and Joe, the J people.
Yeah, and just got some voice of reason for them because we were not in a place that we could reason out a solution.
Yeah, it was tough for me because like coming towards April, I think April 4th, they told us all the venues were booked. So like, and they're gonna be like 5 weddings, and those 5 weddings, one of them was ours. So like,
Yeah.
going
So
back,
we had went there
yeah,
to Manyono where the wedding venue was with the awareness that there's a large possibility that we're not going to be able to have the wedding at the venue that we had dreamed of, and we had been going there and like praying over it, and it just had filled a special part in our heart that it felt like it was completely ripped off, but we went in there with hope that maybe we can negotiate something. But when we got there, there was already this giant tent.
The other weddings that I spoke about earlier were canceled that day, and they couldn't happen on that weekend. So
I really, really, as much as like it's so frustrating because we dreamed of that area, but I feel for those people who got canceled completely. Like, yeah. Anyways, they offered us another spot.
Yeah.
That was completely different. It was so overwhelming, and there was nothing that seemed like, especially in my mind, that would fix what they had done. Like, I wasn't able to see a solution. So we didn't actually go until Thursday.
Right.
After we had slept through that night, and we're just like, what are we gonna do? There was literally nothing else we could do. Like, we had to pick up that, so we picked up my dad and my brother that night, a Wednesday night. So we picked them up, and I'm like, now everyone in my family's here.
Yeah.
Cosmos's family's around, like all of our friends. Like, we send invitations with a little map on it of where the venue was.
Oh yeah.
And like all this stuff, but we're like, you know what? We're either gonna have a wedding with everyone that we love here, or we're not. And so we had to just accept that
and decide.
Change our prayer from the original venue to this one and see what God was going to do with it.
Yeah, and just so you know, just like to backtrack everything, weddings are not jokes. Like, I would say wedding is not a joke. Just like pre-planning the wedding, coming from our friends being busy because most of our friends are in the working class. So like, it's not that they're gonna be there Monday to Friday. They only can give you like 10 minutes of their weekend. So it was just like a lot of things. And
everyone tells you before the wedding, like, as long as you're married at the end of the day, everything will be fine.
Right.
Or they're like, it doesn't matter what things look like, you won't remember it. And in the back of my mind, like, I know that's true, and I trust them.
Yeah.
But when you're in the moment and you just have put so much effort into preparing, you would like to see where your effort was going. Like, you would like to see the end result.
Right.
And for us, we didn't. Like, we didn't get to see the end result of what we prepared for months. But at the end of the day, like, looking back at the wedding, we had so much fun. It definitely, I wouldn't say it was perfect in any way, but the details that did go right were the important ones, and those
Yeah.
are what we cared about.
Right.
So we just had to learn that you're going to have to sacrifice a
Something.
lot.
Yeah. You just
Including your time, because we were at that venue until like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Just to remind everyone, God is into like marriage, and the devil is out there to separate. He would put anything in between you, like from hard times, from rain, like things you cannot control to things you can control. So like we had to go to marriage counseling. Cheers to Brett and Bobby. We love you so much.
It's important, like the preparation is more important than the wedding day, and not the preparation of the details or decorations or logistics. It's like the preparation of your relationship, because at the end of the day, like if we didn't be intentional with praying together, be intentional with going to marriage counseling,
Right.
or like growing our relationship and our love for each other, when that like drastic change happens the week of our wedding and we didn't know how to communicate or we didn't know how to love each other well, it would
Right.
have been detrimental to everything. But because we were intentional with that, our focus and our priority was a bit different. Would we have loved it? Yeah. Did it completely like upset us and give us a hard time? Of course,
Yeah,
but
like the changing
we never
of
lost our priority.
yeah, the changing of situation like came to us, but since we got each other, we were like
Yeah.
always remembering that at least we have each other, at least we have each other, so we had to fight through it.
And we actually had to like verbally say that. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like in the back of our heads. We literally had to verbally remind ourselves like we're still gonna get married and we're together. Does this suck? Yes. But at least we're going through it together. Like you wouldn't want to go through it alone.
Yeah, and for all the preparations we did, come to wedding day, we planned the wedding was supposed to end at 10 and the wedding ended at 8.
8:30.
8:30,
It was
something
about
like that.
8:39.
And
Yeah.
we're dancing, everyone is happy. And then like we are running through the aisle where everyone is having these lighters on. And then like Lexi is standing over there. We don't know what to do. It's like, and then mom's comes in. She was like, "The wedding is done. Are you guys serious?" So like all this preparation from over 2 months ago
Yeah.
just comes down to end in a few hours because we started our wedding at 2 and it ended at 8. Like, and you're like,
Yeah.
it's done. And then moving away from that, so like the next day we come home, we'll have to send off our parents back to
Yeah.
and whatever. So like we realize we're staying together and I'm not leaving, she's not leaving, and I'm like, is this serious? Like, like you just like you're like, what? The wedding is here. Like those things
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Even when we were at the
Yeah.
at the honeymoon.
Yeah. They definitely outweigh the bad. So if you had to pick one thing, okay,
Right.
maybe let's say your favorite part and then maybe like the most fun part.
I loved the dance
Yeah.
so much.
Our
and-
first dance together, which
Yeah.
you will see in the video.
it was good. Like
Yeah.
people were asking us, when did you do this dance? Like how long did it take you and all the things? But
Yeah.
trust me, it was just like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. That was
Yeah. So the favorite part of the was seeing you walk down the aisle.
Are you sure?
That was my favorite part because I just didn't know how I was like, because like when they say, ladies and gentlemen, the bride, and then everyone is standing, and I'm like, yeah, it's like, let me not ruin this moment.
Can I tell him a fun fact about you at the wedding?
Yeah.
Cautious was like fighting his emotions that day. He went into the wedding thinking he was gonna cry and wanting to cry. But I think that day when it came to actually feeling like you're going to cry in front of people, he decided to fight it. And his way of fighting it was to avoid eye contact with me.
Babe, I was looking at you. No,
No, you weren't.
no,
He would like glance at me, and then as soon as like I'd see his eyes start to glisten, and he'd look away. And so like, oh my gosh, I was like. Anyways, I think my most fun part was also the dance, though.
Okay.
I feel like, but actually, since you said that, if I chose a different one,
Mm-hmm.
it would probably be taking pictures with everyone when we like ran around.
Oh yeah.
So we like ran around to every table with and took a picture with everyone quickly, and it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was really like upbeat. Everyone was excited, and that way we got to like thank everyone and see them. So that was fun. My favorite part
favorite.
That was my most fun part.
Oh,
My
yeah.
favorite part would be during the communion in the ceremony.
The song that Peter played.
Yeah, the song, which is my favorite song, and kind of after, and just like praying and I really personally like this song and feel like for a long time it's had an impact in my life. It's talking about like sending you out or telling God like I'm ready, send me to the nations, send me the community, and it kind of breaks it down into small groups, not necessarily just send me into the world, but it gives options, and I just feel like I don't know. I mean, being a missionary, God has sent me here to Uganda, so it just is something that we decided in our relationship that's just really a priority that we want to install in our family and our future children's lives, of that just willingness to be obedient to God, not just drastically moving across the country, but even like if God calls you to talk to someone, then we need to be people who are open to that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but the worst part was probably the rain. For me, the rain sucked, which we're thankful for in some ways. The sun decides to come out for the ceremony, and this place didn't have shade. Our other place would have had a beautiful tree that gave us shade, and there was no shade. So that was kind of sucky, but
yeah, it was a good and bad experience, but at the end of the day, the wedding turned out very beautiful. Things you need to watch out for: it starts from having a legal marriage, finding accountability partners, like people that are counseling and guidance and like marriage counseling.
For us, for example, like we had started the preparations of marriage counseling and seeking who's going to be our mentors before we even got engaged, because that was something that was important to us and that we wanted to prioritize. So I think it's good to be aware of the full picture of a marriage and a wedding and what it entails, but they definitely have different areas where they belong. For us, and hopefully for you, if you're planning to get married, that you start seeking mentorship and marriage counseling first, whereas the decorations kind of come a little bit later in the process, just because it's so important to be on the same page with your future spouse.
To just get ready and also just prepare yourself to become who you want to be, and just embracing that. So that comes with a lot of counseling from people that have been there before, reading a book together, praying together, and just like finding comfort and joy in what God is bringing to the table for you too. And just like,
I think maybe that's why when like at the beginning of the video when we're saying we have so many people coming to us and asking like, how does it feel different? Like, does it feel different? Is it weird being together? Is it this? But because we started that preparations before we even engaged, we've had so much time to find that comfort and acceptance and peace in so many areas that it's not a huge drastic change. Like, of course, there's some things I'm learning about Cosmos's lifestyle, being with him 24 hours a day, he's learning about me too. But those things are so minor. Like if you wait to get to know your spouse until you live together, like that's gonna be hard.
You're gonna be in a shock.
We've been transitioning for so many months now. I feel like now we're just excited, and I am so excited not to have to plan anything for a long time.
Yeah.
Anything big, I should say. Like we're very happy that it's over.
Yeah.
We loved it, and we wouldn't have changed anything. We'd have done it again.
We wouldn't ask to do it again.
Yeah, we wouldn't do it again. But we also had something really exciting at our wedding, which we put cards at everyone's seat. So before we entered the reception, everyone had the chance to write advice cards for us.
Right.
Which we haven't been able to read through all of them yet.
Yeah.
So we decided it would be fun to draw a few. So Kasha's is going to draw 3 of them out of here, and we'll shout out whoever What in the world?
Well, that's my random pick. David. Yes, David has been very, very crucial in. He was and still is in our household. He helped in a lot of the decorations at the wedding. Just like working together with Jamie, we're thankful of you, David, and Jamie, the Nagabas. Beautiful. This is what David says: love God at all times.
Thanks,
Yes,
David.
David.
We won't forget.
We will love God at all times.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, it has no name, or they just didn't put their name on there. It says love, faithfulness, forgiveness, fear of God. So we have to change it to someone else.
Oh, look who that one's from.
This is from my Baba. Yes. Hello, Mr. Chu. Yes, it says a wife should be submissive to her husband, and thy shall the husband love her wife. Always look unto God. Mr. Nsubuga Moses. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you. All right, why don't you get one more since the other one didn't have a name?
All right, here goes. Ooh, Daphne. Daphne. I don't know how I landed on this one, but yes, this is what she says. This is just the beginning of something wonderful that the Lord has blessed. Marriage is work. Both of you need to put in the work, effort for it to work. We're going to put in the work.
Let's do it.
Thank you, Daphne.
Yes, thank you guys so much. We can't wait to read the rest of them. We have so much advice, like so much. But yeah. I'm sure that we'll need it since we have a long journey ahead of us. But we also got some really fun advice from my family before they left. So we're gonna go ahead and add that in the video here.
I'll give you advice from Charity. Charity said, never leave the house, never go to bed without kissing each other. You never know what could happen when you leave. That's from Charity. As for Kat, my advice, I don't know because I'm not married. But
we went down there.
travel a lot, adventure, do new things together, and write in your book.
Got it.
Deal.
Never go to bed mad.
It was good, but
Always tell each other how you feel. Love, compassion, hold hands,
Yeah.
have date night,
Yes, Faith.
travel before babies for sure. Do the things you want to do in life. And then when you have babies, I know you're both be great parents, so I don't worry about that.
yeah, right.
Yay,
It's
thank
gonna be
you.
so fun.
Yeah, Ty.
Oh boy. All you gotta do is respect one another and life will be easy. And kids, you'll forget about them here and there, but you'll find them and everything will be alright.
Always listen to the other person. And trust. Communication is huge. Always, always, always communicate to each other. Love each other with your whole heart. And always be each other's number one fan, best friend, and just enjoy life. Keep God in your life, and everything is going to be amazing.
Always keep praying to God. He has the best for us.
Fix your eyes on Christ. That's all.
Just give me some grandkids. Great grandkids. I've got grandkids. I just need some great ones now.
All right, they're coming. They're coming.
They're coming.
Just always believe. Always believe, and God will take care of everything that comes your way.
Don't let anything hold you back. You know, I don't think Lexi would have ever thought her life would have ended up here, and I'm not sure if you would have thought you would end up where you're at now. So always chase whatever dreams you have. You have a big support network now, so there's nothing holding you guys back from doing anything you want to do.
Be happy, be safe.
That's it.
That's it, yes.
You're the best.
Keep it simple.
How about advice to our kids?
Have them, please.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed that advice from our parents. We loved having them. If you haven't already seen our honeymoon vlog, be sure to go back and check that out. We may or may not have swum with dolphins. You'll have to watch to see. But also, our next video
Is the wedding video.
which we're super, super excited to see. I'm excited to see all the edits that our editor makes. But we can't wait to share that with you. So if you haven't already subscribed, please be sure to do that so you don't miss out on any of our next videos. And we will see you guys next time.
Yes, power to the
Omas!